Some people, depending on where you go, they might recommend bipataracts. You might have a combination as it relates to even aspirin thrown inside of there for fear of the blood getting thick. Even though that is not entirely correct, but we can address that later on. But what it means is that you are in a state where it is very easy to have a number of pulmonary accidents or cardiovascular accidents. So all that simply means is that when you have elevated blood pressure consistently, chronically, listen to me, you're in rare problems. Because a lot of times, these are some of the things that could happen to you. It's a stroke, whether it's an ischemic stroke or a hemorrhagic stroke. So the blood vessels not functioning properly, and that pressure so high that one of them fellas up, they say, here, what, I can't take this again. And it basically opens. Because you have ischemic strokes, which are strokes where blood flow is restricted or slowed or stopped from the brain at a particular point in time. So that's referred to as ischemia or an ischemic stroke, lack of oxygen, because now blood transports what? Oxygen and nutrients. So if you have lack of blood flow to your brain, it means you're eventually going to end up in a situation where you don't have any oxygen, because blood is responsible for transporting oxygen and nutrients. So if the car ain't working, you cannot get to the destination that you need to get to. Good. And then you have a situation where your the other stroke, where you could have what is known as a hemorrhagic or bleeding stroke. So that is when things start to burst up inside of there. So you could imagine that you have a situation where a blood vessel has caused a hemorrhagic stroke, which is a bleeding stroke. Then you have a number of things. You have things called their brain aneurysms. Aneurysm is when the lining of blood vessels, let's say the lining of the blood vessel is 2 inches thick. An aneurysm, or in this particular case, a brain aneurysm, or because you can have aneurysms in different parts of the body, it means that that lining has separated, and blood can actually pool in between the lining. You can go on Google, after God is Google, and go in images and look up brain aneurysm, and you'll see what it is it looks like. That is not something you want. However, there are persons who literally take their blood pressure for granted. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. I'm here to tell you this morning, for the 12 going on 13 years of experience that I have had in dealing with a number of issues, from stroke, heart attack, problems with deep vein thrombosis, poor circulation. I'm a big advocate of the correction of circulation in human beings, in my patients, in my clients, simply because I understand how poor circulation can cause serious issues. Serious issues. Because if you know anyone who has gotten a stroke, people don't like to talk about strokes, but let me tell you something. Strokes are very easy to get, and they are more common than a lot of y'all think. You know how much people walking around get stroke already and didn't know they have a stroke? The only way for you to know that is to go and do something called a CT scan. CT, C, computer, T stands for tomography of the brain. And then they're going to say, listen to me, you have had ischemic, they've seen ischemic lesions. So that whole ischemic situation I explained a while ago, they're actually seeing scars in the brain, which is an indicator that you would have gotten strokes before. Mini strokes, but strokes. You don't want anybody, I tell people say, well, you know, I had a small stroke. No. Saying like you have a small stroke is like saying, I have a child, you know, but he's a small bandit. He's not big yet. No. The old people are saying an ounce of prevention is better than what? A pound of cure. Always remember that an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. You do not play with hypertension. So let's say you're listening to this program and you are in fact hypertensive. Some of you hypertensive for years. So it means your body has some damage there that poor you must be able to know about. Because let me tell you what's the next thing, or the most concerning thing as it relates, or issue as it relates to hypertension. You know what it is? Renal or kidney failure. So let us think of it. Renal or kidney failure. I don't know if any of you listening know what a dialysis machine looks like. Right? A dialysis machine is a device that you want to see that in photographs. You want to see that, I don't know, must be in a waving gallery or something. You don't want to be too close to that and have to use that. You know why? When you are on dialysis, whether it's peritoneal or renal dialysis. Dialysis on the whole, that is not a vacation, it's not a holiday, it's not somebody buy a ticket and send your Barbados and they spend a week and lie down in the sand and think, no, it have nothing holidays and fun about that, you know. That is literally a sentence, a death sentence. Might keep you alive a little bit, but your quality of life is a completely different quality of life. If you do, listen to me, if you was never, I want to use the word scared, I don't want to use the word frightened, but if you was never concerned before about your hypertension, this is a time to become concerned. Do not play with high blood pressure. And let me tell you something too. If you have hypertension, and you have to be taking 16 million tablets to control that hypertension, well, you have more problems. Because a lot of times, that is just a plaster cast sore. It is to deal with a symptomology and not the root cause of the problem. What am I speaking about? There are 10 different reasons why you could have hypertension. You know that? You don't know that? If you're constipated, we all know what constipation is. Constipation is when you cannot defecate properly. So, you know, it has some people who go in the washroom to defecate. Number 2, once every 3 days. Some people, they say to you once every 2 days. Some people, they say once a week. Then you have the 2 weeks people, the 10 days people. When you have a problem, chronic constipation, you could end up with hypertension as a result. Hormonal imbalance. So let's say you're a female. You are, let's say, 35 years, or you're going through postmenopause or menopause. You could end up with hypertension as a result of that, as a result of the hormonal imbalance, the changes in the endocrine system. You could also have a problem with your stomach. You have acid reflux, or what is known as GERD, gastrointestinal reflux disease. And because of this acid reflux, you feel things coming up in your chest. You can't sleep, you can't lie down flat. You have to sleep about 16 pillows. So you basically have to sleep sitting down because you have acid reflux. That could cause hypertension. So I've just given you 3 different reasons why an individual could have high blood pressure. But if you go to the doctor, everybody gets the same tablet, you know? Take some inalpril, take some nifedipine. Our next problem that could cause or contribute to hypertension is dehydration. So you're dehydrated, you're not drinking sufficient amounts of water. So how are we going to fix this? What do we advise? So you're listening to this program, could be the first time you're hearing Dr. Watson, or you may have heard of me before. What you're going to do? So what is man really telling me? We come on the radio Saturday morning to talk in my ears. What are you really saying to me? All I'm simply saying to you, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know the ever saying like that? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't do yourself that. I'm telling you from now, and take this as warning. If you don't believe me, go and check. If you have chronic hypertension for years, your kidney is most likely damaged already. You just don't know the percentage of the damage. But I am telling you, it is damaged already. And I don't care who your doctor is, where you think you know or where you think you don't know, I am telling you. Why do you think we don't have enough dialysis centers in Trinidad? If you go and look at my dialysis center in the morning, it's full. Full. You know why? Because more and more persons ending up with renal failure because of high blood pressure. So if you didn't know, you know now. And if you're a wise person, if you have a little bit of common sense, I know some people already have too much of common sense in it. It means that you should take some sort of decisive action to correct that situation. And that doesn't necessarily mean coming to Batson and Associates. You know? I always tell people that. We have patients and patients on top of patients, clients on top of clients to deal with. You know? We deal with a lot of persons. However, you need to do something. Check your water. So start from now. At Batson Associates, there's a service that we offer. There's a test that we do called live nutritional blood cell analysis, which some people may not consider to be important, but I'm here to tell you today, listen to me. There isn't an instrument in medicine that they could use that better than that microscope with a trained microscopist behind it. With that being said, let me say a pleasant good morning to the consultants at Baxton Associates. A pleasant good morning to Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Paul Green, Mr. Rene Bustamante, and Mr. Stefan Vialva. Pleasant good morning to you guys. They are part of the team that I work with, team is larger. There are a lot of other individuals as regards to administrative and those type of things. And we constantly, especially in this juncture, you know, ensuring and that we fixing and correcting certain things to ensure you have an excellent customer service experience. Because that's very important to me, especially, right? To give you the results that you're looking for. So there's a special that we have running. Find out what is going on with your bloods. And next thing you need to know is know your numbers. Some of you all have high blood pressure and you just taking medication, I guess. So, all right, the doctor tell me I have pressure. This was 15 years ago, by the way. You were checking nothing. So you just take your tablet, by guess, and going with feeling, well, there's no my pressure high, no, there's no my pressure low. There's no my sugar high, there's no my sugar low. No. What foolishness are you doing? You're mad? You need a pressure machine. It's not $1 million. Get an apparatus for testing your blood pressure and keep it home in your house or wherever you sleep when the night come. And make sure you test your pressure in the morning and you test it in the night before you go and sleep, and you make a little note, especially if you have chronic hypertension. You need to pay attention to that, because I'm telling you, a lot of you will end up on a dialysis machine because of that. And I don't care who listening and say, but this man could tell people that he's frightening people. If you're frightened, very good. Because some of you are not frightened enough. Because you behave as if it is your health is somebody else's responsibility. Your health is your responsibility. I always tell people, you are the doctor first. You know? Who does know you're feeling sick first? You. I don't living in your body. Your body is your body, my body is my body. You is the one have to know that you're not feeling good. You can't be so outright. Always some people, they're a little special. Eh? You ask them how they're feeling. Well, I don't know, but I'm feeling sick. I mean, you explain yourself. You're an adult, you're not a child. You must be able to say, well, okay, I have headaches, my energy level. Look at certain things. How often you're going in the washroom. Look at simple thing as looking at your stool after. I mean, people might think, oh, God, no, it's your own. That didn't come from me. It didn't come from your wife. It didn't come from your child. Your daughter, your son is your own. You need to take a look at it. What it's telling you, is you have blood in your stool? Is it that your stool coming out like goat? Like a shana? No. You know how much thing you could tell from bowel movement? You see, the thing with us is a lot of times your body speaks to you, but you do not listen. Let me say that again. Your body or our body speaks to us, and we do not listen. And when you do that nonsense, you end up with, you know, there's a saying, people say, you like Hasakari. Some of you, like I said, are shortcut and foolishness you're doing. You're in testing pressure, you're taking tablet. You're in testing sugar, you're taking tablet. You know, you're accustomed to taking one metformin in the morning, one metformin in the evening. You're going and play licorice, you're going some function, wedding, birthday, something. You eat gluttonously. You eat all kind of things you're not supposed to eat. You take a little piece of the cake or a little piece of the ice cream. You eat like normal with you. You eat like it has no food after that. Like the last meal you're going to have. You're on death row, and they tell you what your last meal is. So you eat gluttonous, and your blood sugar going up, and you go on and take 4 metformin, because they say you're supposed to take 1, but because I eat all that foolishness, the sugar high, I'm going to take 4. Madness. And people just do that. They just do that. Stop it. Stop it. Now, even though we're talking about hypertension, there are a number of things that we deal with at Batson and Associates. Now, interestingly, Saturday is a day we call Open Clinic Day at Batson and Associates. Today, God's willing, yours truly, you have an early day today. See the time I get up? I normally get up this time or sometime earlier, because I'll normally go to the gym, whatever the case may be. But today, in Shoguna's office, we have Open Clinic Day. And usually on our Saturdays, we have, a lot of times I will be there on those Saturdays. Some Saturdays I will be not there. However, we have a system in place with some very trained individuals who can address the situation, have your blood test done, have your scan done, give you proper explanation as regards to your circulation. Because let me tell you something. Everyone who has gotten a stroke, they got a warning before they get a stroke. Take what I'm telling you. One of 2 things happened. They either ignored the warning, or they didn't know how to identify the warning. Either way, you still get a stroke. So if you don't want that to be a portion, you need to wake up, shake up, get up, and do what it is you need to do. So with that being said, let me give you some telephone numbers, some locations. As I said, today is Open Clinic Day, and Open Clinic Day, we usually have some specials. We have the blood analysis, the magnetic resonance analysis scan. And look out for some, because as I said, I'm now starting back on this frequency. So there are some things that we're working out for you guys. Right, and of course, now we have a bigger social media presence. So you can follow us, as I said, we are Batson & Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson & Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson & Associates Trinidad. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Miss Daphne Charles, Mr. Khalil Mohammed, Mr. Brenda Turpin. Pleasant good morning to you guys. So the telephone numbers for the offices of Batson & Associates. For the Shogunas office, that number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And there are a number of various products and services we offer to help you with this hypertension easily and more naturally without the side effect business. Because some of you always get on like if it is your body, it's not yours, like it's somebody else, like you borrow it and like they sell parts. The bamboo have parts for cars, trucks, vans. There are no parts for the human body. Don't let it fool you with that nonsense. Nothing works better than the original. Always remember that. So what the good Lord give you, try and see if you can keep that. Try and see if you can maintain that. When things start to go bad, try and fix it. Because let me tell you something. If you don't do that, you're going to dead sell eye. You used to ever went in the store and see there's a sell a human eye? Some people talk foolishness, but if it is a kidney, they could give you an organ transplant. Let me tell you something. You go and find anybody who's an organ transplant recipient and sit down and have some tea with them and have a conversation. Sit down, drink some tea, drink some water, and have a conversation with them. And I encourage you to go and drink alcohol. And you will see how they do not have a good quality of life. Then people just be suffering. Let me tell you something. This wrongs. Mind your business, you know. Just study what your neighbor doing and what they all you understand where I'm coming from. Mind your business. People just always talk nonsense, but oh, my father used to eat this and he used to eat that and he used to drink rum and he smoked cigarette and he lived to 90 years and 100. You don't know if he was supposed to live 130, and if because of doing them foolishness, he robbed himself for 30 years. He's not God. So what nonsense you talking? But he do this and he do that and he do the other, and no, you're talking foolishness. Don't try to make excuse for your bad ways and for your bad habits. I'm not saying everybody perfect. Me, most certainly not. But when you're eating and the way you're treating yourself, some people do not take care of themselves. You don't take care and to spend money on your own self, on you, you know. You ain't spending money on me, you ain't spending money on your children, people spend money on all kind of things, house, car, van, wherever the case may be. And let me tell you something, that, God forbid, you is the person. You are the steward. You are the one who have to take care of your family. The car, if you have 15 cars in a garage, and anything wrong with you, watch me, better man. You ever get good sick yet? I know someone like a COVID and told us good and dead. I have gotten COVID. I wasn't feeling like I was good and dead, but me, I just feel like good and dead with everything. But that's why I just take care of myself. I don't like to be sick. I can't tolerate. I have a low pain threshold. I can't take pain. If you hit me, you rough me up too much, I'm ready to fight. I can't. I have a serious problem with pain. So I don't like to be sick. I don't. You're of no use to yourself. You're of no use to anyone. Pleasant good morning to our listeners on Instagram. I saw someone ask a question, what is the price of the test today? The thing is, we actually have the test on special. I, as a man, don't call price on radio. But let me tell you something, that today, the test package, you get 25% off if you come to the office this Saturday or next week Saturday. Shoguna's office. I promise you that. You need to check yourself. And let me tell you something. Though people just talk about money and, oh God, them things expensive, I can't eat. Is here how they say to the conversation? Eh? Oh God, I want to eat some provision, but provision are expensive, rice cheaper. Let me tell you something. You're talking foolishness again, nonsense. Because I always tell people, if you think health expensive, try sickness. Let me give you the numbers before I continue. So for the Shoguna's office, that office is located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shoguna's. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. David is 223-7515. 223-7515. St. James, 8113. The St. James office is located in the Red Edge Mall. That's Western Main Road, St. James, Red Edge Mall. Debe's office is the corner of Ramsey Mooch Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That's 226-4553. 226-4553. That open clinic day, we have open clinic day in Shogunas. We're going to have more open clinic days on a Saturday at all of those offices, but there are some things that we put in place. But Shogunas for sure today, and I am in Shogunas today because I am working today with some of the other consultants to ensure we get you where you want to be. Now, someone is asking about products for hypertension. There are a number of things we carry for high blood pressure. Imagine we went so far to get tea. There's a tea that we have for high blood pressure. There's another tea that we use for hypertension. Let me tell you something. Your pressure could be how high. Naturally, that tea is going to help you start to bring down that blood pressure. Bring it down. But you have to be serious. You need to take the longest journey starts with what? The first step. And the problem is, as I said, a lot of people sit down and behave as if nothing is wrong with them. And well, you know, I have a little pressure and I have a little sugar. Diabetes and hypertension is not different. Plain talk, bad manners. If you think there's your friend, you are sadly mistaken. It will lick you up. I want to say lick you up properly, well lick you up. Get your act together. You taking enalpril, you're taking nifedipine, you're taking atenolol, you're taking, they like to give you this thing too, these water tablets, they call them, which are diuretics. So Lasix and Bendro and those type of things. No. Get your act together and start to organize yourself. Take better care of yourself. How much water are you drinking? The rule for drinking water is your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. If you weigh 160 pounds, half of 160 is 80 ounces of water. If you convert that to liters, off the top of my head, I'm guessing here, but I'll give you a close approximate. You're looking at anywhere between 2.5, 3 liters of water you should be drinking for the day. And don't confuse tea and coffee and juice and soft drink with water. If you're still talking that at this stage in your life, in this modern world where we have access to so much information, you are either playing the fool or you're nonsense. Juice is not water. Tea is not water. Tea, if you use a hypertension tea or a circulation tea, or you drink a little ginger tea, you drink some lime, rough lemon in water, we could take that one. But still, you need to have your proper water intake. Not even coconut water could replace normal or regular H2O. At Batson Associates, there's a water we carry. There's a next thing a lot of people just carry. I don't buy water. Okay, fine. I'm not telling you to buy water. All I am simply saying to you, ensure the water that you're drinking is the sufficient amount of water you're supposed to drink and is a good quality of water. So they might say, but Dr. Batson, now again, a good quality of water. There's something called a filter. It's a filter mug selling all over the place. All over the place it have it. Get a proper filter mug. I don't need to call brand for you all. Go and check it. And get a mug and filter your water and start drinking water and stop playing the fool. And the older persons who are listening to now, you know, some when I reach a certain age, always want to get, we love water, but always want to get a little miserable and difficult. Drink the water. 70% of the human body is water. Blood is 30% solid, 70% plasma. The majority of the plasma in human blood is what? Water. Your colon is 23 feet in length. You have your ascending, your transverse, your descending, and your sigmoid colon. 23 feet in length. When you are dehydrated, your body takes water first from where? Your intestines. After that, it takes it from your stool. So you so dehydrated that your body had to go into emergency mode. It has 60 ambulance on the way to you because you playing the fool and not drinking water. Big horse like you know. And watching people and telling people you don't like how water this tastes. Something got to be wrong with you. Half of them in the hospital because they don't drink water. They don't. And I don't like how water this tastes. And skinning up your face. What is? You're living in the ocean? There's a dolphin. You have to drink water. Not drinking sufficient water is why you don't block your nose and your mouth and say you don't want to breathe. Why don't you do that? You cannot do that. You are killing yourself. Okay? So with that being said, I will entertain some questions on the Facebook. Those of you on Facebook, if you need to ask your questions, you can ask some questions now because we have this program is an hour. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Miss Catherine. Miss Catherine, I pronounce your surname, Gilbert. That look like Secure. That look like a French name. Miss Catherine, and the surname is spelled Sucre. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Miss Atoline George, a pleasant good morning. Kazim Khan, pleasant good morning. Miss Ingrid Christine is saying, can you all help with thyroid? Yeah, man, we help with thyroid. Hypothyroidism, hypothyroidism, thyroid nodules, goiter. We help with anything. The only persons I cannot help, I always tell people that, is dead people and hardened people. All right, someone is asking, what are some of the other products? We have a product called Balanced Circulation. That's an excellent product for hypertension. We never have enough in stock. Right now, our circulation tea, we have no circulation tea. Again, right now, we'll get circulation tea, God's willing. In about the next week and a half, we get. Those teas they sell very quickly. Very, very quickly. Miss Dawn Charles, a pleasant good morning to you, my dear. We also have a product called Inflammation Formula. If you know anybody with pain, my knee hurting, my back hurting, something always happening on them when rain falling. Well, oh God, well, today, well, yesterday and day after, for the whole week, them in pain, because of all this rain it had here. It had thing, and let me tell you something too. This expensive talk all you have, there's a tea we carry at Baxton Associates called Santulan, Santulun. Watch me, I deliberately went and get that product. We have a product about 10 years now. Watch me. People just buy that like it's bread. You know why? Because it's a 7-channel detox. And the detox cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Oh, so Miss Catherine is telling me it is pronounced Sucre. So Miss Catherine Sucre. Yes, so it's TH, Catherine Sucre. A pleasant good morning. Thank you for the pronunciation. Miss Gillian Felix, Grand Rising, what you have for fibroids. Miss Felix, we carry a number of things for fibroids. There's a product we have called Uterine Formula. We also have a protocol that we put you on for fibroids, polycystic ovaries, ovarian cysts, endometriosis. No problem. Okay, Miss Kathleen is saying, I went to St. James yesterday. They have, no teas. I want to get a variety of teas. Okay, Miss Catherine, we're fixing that. I don't think it's not that we don't have no teas, but a lot of the teas that we do have. So fair enough, right? We're working on that. God's willing, because our teas really bring a good line and a good quality of teas. I mean, we have tea for gastro, for your stomach, we have liver, we have kidney, we have hypertension, we have blood sugar, we have skin, we have immunity, we have hawthorn, we have acai berry, we have oolong, we have pu'er, watch me, good quality tea we have. So I'm actually working assiduously within the next few weeks to procure. We already procure. We just have a matter of packaging and that type of thing for our shippers, our suppliers to send it to us. A lot of other teas. Santulan Slim is our next product that we're going to have. Santulan is a 7-channel detox, as I said. It cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Products for memory. There's an excellent product we have for sleep called called Nerve Restore. Very good. That product, listen to me, if it is in sleeping, if you think you get in trouble to sleep, man, by the time we fix you and we get you clean up, because plenty earlier, let me say something and say something vehemently. Let me make this emphatically and vehemently clear to some of you all. If you are dehydrated, absolutely no supplement in your body will work. It would not work effectively. It wouldn't work. Or they have to get all their act together, sort out all their cell. Because if you don't do that, you're going to end up in some problems. Dr. Basson, how long the inflammation formula lasts in the refrigerator? That inflammation formula does last long. The thing is, inflammation formula would have some, because that product has specific ingredients. So you may get a sort of wine finish if it is in the refrigerator for a long time. Well, when I say long time, I talk about 2, 3, 4, 5 months and 6 months something. That it could last. The product does not spoil like that. Granted, it doesn't have any sort of additives and fillers and all this type of nonsense, because I don't make joke with those things. But the product, it is going to last use it. We have the advanced chlorophyll as well, which is chlorophyll with other things in it. So that's an excellent natural blood builder. It's an excellent cleanser for the liver. People who have problem with little, we have big people here, a little smell. You might find your breath not smelling how it's supposed to. You have a little problem with your perspiration. Ladies, you find, the pumpkin patch here really, it doesn't smell how it's supposed to smell. Big people talk here. You find you're seeing a little discharge, you get it. No, you have thing for that. Because let me tell you something, that is how sickness they start and how cancer they start. Nobody who has ever gotten cancer, any kind of cancer, didn't have a problem in the gut. 70% of the immune system lies in your gut. There are a set of people with cancer in this country suffering. They go on and take chemotherapy, you take radiation, then when they finish with you, they tell you, no, I'm not discrediting, understand the angle I'm coming from, because I don't know your case specifically. Most cases are different, but essentially all the same, if you understand what I'm saying. So I don't know your case, but you don't have cancer and don't deal with your nutrition. You need additional ammunition when you're dealing with cancer. You're trying to tell me you go into the hospital, you go in St. James, you go in Port of Spain, wherever they're taking you, and you're taking radiation and chemotherapy and pour you. And sit down with nobody sit down with you and tell you how to eat. And then some of them foolish doctors telling you eat what you want. You're mad? Are you out of your mind? That's why plenty people, that's why they don't last. Why do you think they don't last? And most of the time when you have cancer, you go into remission and come back. Cancer have a place it like to come back. And you see your bones, it loves to come back in your bones, your intestines, your lungs. Why do you think it come in there? That same chemotherapy and radiation you do, which is kill all fast-growing cells, which is why you hear this fall off. So sometimes they focus more on the cancer than you. And you, when they finish with you, is hospice for you. We can't help you again, we can't do anything. God forbid, go and meet your maker. Essentially, that is what it is. You know how much things you could take to prevent you from getting cancer. So when people talking about cancer drive and cancer awareness, I don't want to know how much people are cancer. I want to know what I could take, what I could drink, how I could eat, how I could exercise, how I could do some little prayer and meditation to ensure that I don't get cancer. That is what I want to know. You have people running around the savannah in pink shirt and pink ribbon and yellow ribbon and blue ribbon and wear collar and wear this and wear that. And nobody have any practical advice to people as regards to what to eat and drink. All the barbecue people, all the barbecue pigtail and barbecue. You don't know barbecue is one of the worst things you could eat. That is, the World Health Organization has listed barbecue, processed meat, all of it, like they set a sausage, some of the cassie meat and leave it alone. It's everything. It's a meat mouth. You don't want for rice, you don't want for peas, you don't want for vegetable. Give you meat. You know yourself. All your so cancer like them kind of body. Love it. Especially if you like pork, man, you waiting, cancer waiting there for you. So you have to be proactive. I'm not saying you can eat 90% sensible and a little 10% strippiness, but you cannot eat 90% strippiness and 10% sense. That's not making sense. You have to do better than that. So as I said, so my time is almost up. Keep in mind our telephone numbers and locations. You can find out about those products. The young lady who spoke about the tea that you went to St. James, ma'am, I promise you, give me about 2 weeks. We're going to get some teas for you. All right? Proper thing. It's just that's to tell you how the product and I'm good. That's why they did the sell out so. Right? It's serious business we do in here, not in games. I tell people, if you want a good doctor, a serious doctor to take care of you and help you get better, I'm working with you. But from the time you know you're on folly and you don't listen, that's saying that, all you know who I'm talking about, when they say you're big and has sense, let me tell you something. That's not the first person I hear say that, I grew up with old people. My great-grandmother and them raised me, and my grandmother and them. And watch me. My great-grandmother always used to say, Miss Octavia Batson, may she continue to be blessed. Watch me. That lady used to say, you're big and you have sense. You know, old people have some good saying, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and